These are the required points to express in your ad. Feel free to paraphrase and speak from your own experience. If you haven't heard about Anchor, it's the easiest way to make a podcast. Let me explain. It's free. There's creation tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast right from your phone or computer. Anchor will distribute your podcast for you. So, it can be heard on Spotify, Apple Podcast, and many more. You can make money from your podcast with no minimum listenership. It's everything you need to make a podcast in one place. And please make sure, this point, download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started. Do you know the spelling of anchor.fm? ANCHOR.FM. Thank you for your listening. See you. Hello everyone, I'm Richard Gon of Work to Live podcast version. This time I'd like to talk about, and I wrote a title like, longer penis is more comfortable and tighter vagina is more comfortable, which is, and what I'd like to tell you with this title is that, things are decided to, or things are judged based on relativity or comparisons. And for example, maybe, for example, if you'd like to date a girlfriend, and maybe if when thinking of dating a girlfriend in the case of boys, maybe you want cuter one or more beautiful girl. Maybe you want to date more beautiful girl. But what I'd like to tell you is that everything has better one, which means if you could successfully date a cute girlfriend or beautiful girlfriend, there must be some more cuter girlfriend or more beautiful girlfriend, and which means if you could date, for example, girlfriend A, and she's really popular, for example, in your high school, but this world is really wide, so maybe years after you may it's possible that you find some better girlfriend in, for example, in university or in your workplace, because for example, in this setting, or in this hypothetical situation, you are dating girlfriend A, but you may find in university girlfriend a girl B who is more beautiful than your current girlfriend. So that's possible, and which is why you may come to want to date the girl B I have just mentioned before, because girl B is more beautiful than the present girlfriend A you are dating now. So like which this is applicable to girls who wants to date cooler boyfriends. So if there is a boy A, and if there is a boy A and you want to date the boy A, but if you could successfully date boy A, for example, years after, you may meet boy B who is cooler than boy A. Such kind of thing often happens in this world, and because I can say this because I'm 30s, and I have had a lot of stories about such things, even in Japan. This country, and this country has relatively, how should I say, less spontaneous type. People are less spontaneous when it comes to dating others. I mean, less spontaneous than people in the United States of America, for example. But there are many, and as I have just said at the beginning of this episode, things are decided based on relativity and comparison. So if you could find, for example, in the case of dating boys and girls, if you could find somebody better one, or if you could find some lover better than the average, or and the lover is suitable for you, or the lover is equivalent to you, I think it's fine to fix the lover. You don't I don't think it's smart to chase or pursue another better one. Like, if you could successfully, and in the case of boys, if you are boys and if you could find some better girls, I think I mean, what I'd like to say is that if you are boys and if you could find some girls, and if you could successfully date those girls as your own girlfriends, and those girls are better than the average girls. And if you find those girls are suitable for you, or if you find those girls are equivalent to you, I don't think it's smart to look for other better girls. So because the current or the present girlfriends you have are suitable for you in the course of your lives. So this is applicable to the cases of girls. So if you find some cooler boys than the average, for example, and if you can successfully date those boys, I don't think it. And if you find those boys are equivalent or suitable for you in long views, for example, considering your entire lives, I don't think it's smart to look for other better or other cooler boys, because you have found the boys you are dating are suitable for you or equivalent to you. And like which, this is a case to longer penis and tighter vagina. Longer penis may give women more comfort, and tighter vagina may give men more comforts. But there must be better one. In most cases, there must be other better ones. So this is applicable to, for example, the ranking of the richest people all over the world. There are, and Forbes creates such rankings every year, and in most cases, there is a richest and the second richest and the third richest. Such rankings are created, and in most this year, Elon Musk is the best, is the top first, or is the number one, and Mr. Jeffrey Bezos was the second richest all over the world. But as you have just heard, there are many better ones. So in this case, there is nobody richer than Elon Musk. As long as how should I say, as long as the authority of this world can trace, or as long as Forbes can find out the Elon Musk is the richest, there might be some richer person than Elon Musk who has never been found out by this world. But for putting yourself in the shoes of Jeffrey Bezos, Elon Musk is a better one. And for Bill Gates in this year, for Bill Gates, or putting yourself in the shoes of Bill Gates, Elon Musk and Jeffrey Bezos are better ones, richer ones than Bill Gates, Mr. Bill Gates. So what I'd like to tell you is that everything has better ones, considering which if you could find out some better than the average one, I don't think. And if you found those things are suitable for equivalent, or if you love those things, I don't think it's smart to look for other better ones. Because if you keep chasing, or if you keep pursuing better ones always, you can't stop such chasing or pursuing, and it's really tough for you. So what I think, if you'd like to if you'd like to live happily, or if you'd like to get happiness, so I think you should stop such chasing or pursuing better ones. So you should stop somewhere. So you should determine where to stop, because the things are decided. Things are decided. Relativity and comparisons. Of course, I used the examples of dating and wealth, but so considering so for example, considering happiness, I don't think it's measurable with money, because if you could, I think Mr. Bill Gates is happier than me, but because he has a lot of money, but money doesn't always give you power, which means in some cases some lottery winners are killed by somebody else. In some cases people who got a lot of money with some lotteries are killed by somebody else. Well, maybe such people are killed in some weird or bizarre accidents, like which you shouldn't chase money that much. So you should check. I think it's better to it might be better to chase or pursue happiness, but I don't think it's smart to chase or look for example, better girlfriends or better boyfriends, or jobs. I don't think it's smart to always look for jobs giving you higher wages or higher paychecks. You should satisfy yourself at some level better than the average, or better than the present level, which is what I'd like to tell you this time. That's it. Thank you very much for listening. See you.